In the not-so-distant future, the world gets curb-stomped by robots we like to call the Ark. We the Raiders crawl up from the depths into whatever's left of the surface, or as we like to call it, the Rust Belt. Our job as Raiders is quite simple. Scavenge literally anything we can find, survive the murderous toasters roaming around, and maybe not get gunned down by other Raiders that forgot that teamwork exists. And just maybe, possibly, if we're lucky, we can get our bags full, get to the elevator, and ride back down into safety. At least if the Ark doesn't find us and turn us into dust. It's serious work, it's dangerous, and apparently it's not fun and boring. So I have one simple goal: to make the apocalypse entertaining.
Stay away from that old Viper man. Don't you take that fruit he's holding in his hand. Just one bite and you'll be swinging with the band. If you hang around that old Viper man, if you should come across a Viper in the night, that's when you get the hit that makes you feel alright. You'll be high and trouble's out of sight.
Unlike most games that throw us into the chaos and hope that we learn on the way down, this one actually has a tutorial. Because it's a tutorial, I'm gonna go over it pretty quickly. First, we start by walking, we then proceed to get stared at by a guy on the roof, get shot, and then immediately shoot him back. Then moving inside to get shot by that same guy's friends for a few bandages.
Jackpot! Bandages.
By some miracle, we survived, found a bunch of medical supplies that, well, the other guys probably could have taken, went down this hill, tapped a few buttons, and then boom, welcome to Speranza, home of the Raiders, degenerates, and full-time haters. Character creation was quite short and sweet, limited options, so I just went with the classic girl that you might not want to shoot right away, who doesn't like a little bit of visual charisma. Now let's get in for our first raid. Not really expecting anything other than to be confused and maybe take a bullet to the head. Naturally, I had no clue where I was going, no clue what I was doing, and absolutely no clue what I was looting. So I looted garbage, admired some scenery, and pretended like I knew what I was doing. In my confused wandering, I found a resupply drop that I actually haven't seen anybody else use, and I called it in. For a brief, shining moment, I felt actually competent. Then the Ark spotted me.
Oh shit.
Yo, my bad. Ah, God. It was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake. Oh, God. The Ark made me feel like a bot with how easily they sent me back to the lobby. But there's no real time to be sad about dying to robots because there's a lot of reading we have to do, which in my eyes is a far greater thing to be sad about. Now before any literature defenders come in and say, "This was actually a quick and easy read, took about 3 minutes, was it really that bad?" Let's be honest, if you're here and you played the server slam, you skimmed through it just like I did. Not a single clue what was going on, just kind of clicked some stuff and went to the next raid. With that being done, let's continue. The gods seemed to pity me this time, and I spawned exactly where I was going in my previous life. But this kind gesture seemed to have some quite dark undertone. I would meet my first raider here, and he was less than friendly. Whoa, calm down, buddy. Let's be honest, this guy probably spawned 20 feet away from me on the other side of this building and ran straight in, just like me. Not the friendliest person, are ya? Lucky for me, I had a terrible raid last time and the gods were still in my favor. And after they hit one of the worst flanks I've ever seen, well, now it's time for me to wipe my hands together and grab loot and leave.
How it goes, I guess.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Well, For my first PvP encounter, it wasn't all too terrible. Although we died, I think it was still fun. Sadly, the next 2 raids were the pure opposites of what just happened. I spawned in like everyone does, found my way to the water treatment facility, cluelessly looted, and then proceeded to get assassinated by a shadow man I didn't hear at all. Definitely a skill issue, but still somewhat fun. The next raid was the exact opposite of that, wandering around in the open until I heard some gunshots from a player trying to kill an ARC. That's when I snuck up on him and, well, gave him the business. Yeah, I do feel kind of bad for this one, and the rest of the raid was pretty boring. I found some purple parts, I looted off the guy, and while interested, I knew I wasn't gonna use it in the server slam. The rest of the raid was shooting some roly boys, then leaving through a close-by elevator to go back to Speranza. All I could think about is if it would be a little more fun with a squad. The core of the game might just simply be in squad play, and not playing solo, alone, in my room, with no friends. So I clicked this nifty little button right here and got a squad, and quite frankly, I couldn't have asked for a better one to start with. Arc Raiders is special, I suppose, and separates the voice audio in-game from the actual game audio, so none of it was actually captured when I recorded it. F me, I guess. Instead of hearing the guy actually talk, I'll briefly describe what he's saying from my fading memory. We start the raid with some casual talk about how the game's been going for them and myself. They said they were quite enjoying the game, and it reminded them of the Division Dark Zone, which I agreed with to some extent. And, well, I don't really have to talk about my experience. You know how it's going. He then informed me the other guy was actually his friend, and I just kind of assumed that they were in Discord, hence why he was radio silent the entire time. However, they did have a plan to go straight to the high value area, the dome, for loot or for PvP, and I was quite frankly all in. Hearing a bombardier murder people in the background was our cue to enter the fight, in the swampy forest. Bombardiers apparently got over 2 million downs in the server slam, which is kind of crazy. Out of everything that could have happened, this fight was not only cool to play, but also really fun to communicate it. So let's get started. Depression, of course, settled in after the fight when my teammate called out that they had good loot, knowing all the good stuff was already gone. In reality, I was just happy we had a successful PvP fight. The exit close to us was flooded with more teams, giving us 2 options. Go a safer route to a different but farther exit, or take the fight and risk everything we've accomplished. Yeah, we took the safe route. We took the safe route. Even though we took the safe route, the process of traveling, opening, and protecting our exit kept the tension high from the fight, until we all said our goodbyes and returned to Speranza. This, I would say, was a fantastic raid. Looting, PvP, tension, even retreating was fun because of communication. Overall, an amazing experience. After using the squad fill button for a raid, you're left in the same group, so if you have a fun time, you can queue right back up, or maybe even add some people to have some new friends. In any case, it was time for our special guest, not a renowned YouTuber for their great work like Mr. Beast blinding 1,000 people, Reggie tormenting entire cities,
Oh shit! Alright!
or the average drunk driver.
What the fuck?
Our guest was my good friend,
Choke on. Choke on.
yeah, that guy. And let me tell you, the start was pretty horrible. I mean, like, this is one of the most jarring raids I've had, happening 2 minutes after we spawned.
Make them feel like how they make.
Oh, it's
front of
here.
us.
Oh my god. Oh my god, why are there so many?
Dude, the melee fucking sucks. What? I just nailed this guy in the head 3 times. I'm not gonna lie, this game's kind of sucking right now.
I mean, that's starting any extraction shooter. This leads us to my first very memorable raid, of course, after my buddy took a minute to eat and cool off. This raid starts as most do. Peaceful looting, and a god-given quest to use this homing bomb on the first poor soul I see. And gladly, not much searching was needed, as shots were being fired. We ran as fast as we could to the shots, and you could hear my verbal excitement. I got my wolf pack. Before I then started immediately questioning. You think any of them will home back at me? Not much time to think, as it was time for action. Oh! Right in front of me. Yeah! That do anything? No, sir. That didn't do a single thing. They're coming around right side.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. I'm dead.
Oh, one's down. Unfortunately, even with us taking one down, we had to retreat because what we thought was another team was probably just a team of 3 while we were only a duo. Retreating quickly turned into exploring and learning that sand doesn't have very great sliding factors. Horrendous slide, that went nowhere. I tried to slide down that boat. Oh yeah, you did the same shit.
I'll show him.
And eventually, that led to us leaving. Our first escape plan kinda sucked, as my friend had absolutely no ammo.
I want to push that rock. He doesn't know I'm out of ammo.
And, well, we were trying to take an elevator from other people, downing one and then failing to slide in at the last second. Although, looking back at this, it would have been kinda bad if I did. That would have objectively made me the villain of this story. You know, testing bombs on people, shooting with absolutely no regard for possible friendships, and worst of all, leaving my buddy behind. With that exit gone and another team pushing, we decided to just leave for another one deep in the swamp. This is where we encountered the worst, the scummiest, the dirt of extraction games, exit campers. And before you say, well, actually, it's a way to play the game, we're all trying to survive, so who's really playing the game wrong? The guy who lived or the guy who died but collected loot? You. At least try to be witty or fun with it. Say some stupid phrase before you shoot me, or anything, really. Just don't sit there and wait. You're annoying. Anyway, here's my first experience with them.
There's no PvP in it. It's just co-op.
Oh my god. Dickhead. He's really low. He's on your side.
I knocked him. One on me. He's running.
No. Down to me.
Dude, the melee sucks. What?
He's the
No
goat.
way.
He's the goat. Yeah, I died. And yeah, I know, I probably should have healed. But I was stressed, and more importantly, I wanted my friend to have a good time. And this raid was not
crazy.
only
That
a
guy's gonna be
blast,
so mad.
but I have
That's
a
my
feeling
goat.
I
That's
know
my
who
goat.
had more fun.
That guy, dude.
I of course wouldn't put this under a quote-unquote perfect raid, but in terms of fun, it was a perfect raid. Now to be completely honest, I had my fun and I was having a blast with the Server Slam. And hell, I was excited for the full release of the game. Knowing that everything in the Server Slam was only equal to about 10% of what was in the game, and hell, I didn't even complete all the quests, I knew the game had a lot of potential. Truly, I would say my goal was complete, and I don't quite understand how people are hating on this game so hard. But there are a few more stories I have, including one that makes me very mad to this day. Kind of. So here's some more raids from the Server Slam. Sadly, the coolest one I didn't press the record button. Pro tip, you can take these squares to get loot from these things. You probably already knew that, but I thought it was kind of cool, so if you didn't, now you know. My friend and I decided we would start squad filling to get a third just for more fun vibes.
What's your social security number?
Full address, social security. Not knowing this would lead to more fun fights, but it probably could have been assumed. Starting with a classic squad v squad in the water treatment control building.
Two teams.
put a mine down on the door that we came in from.
Station's the stun mine. Stun mine. Stun mine.
Got this.
Corner.
Victory and free passage to extract was great. The next raid was really cool from a PvP perspective. Loot wasn't something that anybody cared about. The only thing that mattered was to be on top.
Duracell? The Duracell bunny?
No, I meant like the size name.
Oh, what the f?
Oh,
Holy shit! God damn!
Alright guys, let's get inside.
Any team had ample time to leave during absolutely any part of this interaction.
Was that below us or inside that those shots were coming from? Got down. No flank. Back up. They're coming around on us right now. Pushing. Last one's over by me. Where? Ping. He's up. Yeah, I'll go down with this shit.
Fair enough. I like your style, kid.
We all died in the end, so technically it's a failed raid, but in my eyes it was still pretty fun. Now that my friend was gone, it was back to the solo, no friend, experience. This raid is more of a PSA to everybody that is actually playing solo. Use your mic. This was a night raid, not inherently random, but this game has what I think to be random events that roll and have a build-up time, and when they pop, they go for about an hour. I went into this raid with a free kit, meaning I had extremely limited ammo, and more importantly, limited meds. I just wanted to get some loot, maybe a little bit of PvP, and then get out. And after making about as much noise as any person could possibly make fighting a turret, I got the PvP I was looking for. Sadly, after the short exchange, they were gone, at least from the immediate room, but I could still hear their steps, so now I was on the hunt. Tracking them was a simple task with all the noise they were making, topped off with the gunshots and flashing. Getting shot here didn't matter in my mind because letting up would let him heal, and then it would surely be over as my ammo runs lower and lower. that, with a few more bullets, he was dead. But with the snitch detecting me, and me, of course, being fresh out of ammo, I quickly turned into prey. Looting the body would, of course, be an easy solution for this if the ARC weren't guarding it. Time for Plan B. Turns out, inside is the only safe area, which probably means I could have just climbed back up and been completely safe, but alas, here we are. On the bright side, it did lead one out, so the bodies should be slightly safer now. And in theory, it was, but the same snitch spotted me again. Now, our only course of action is to leave and pray for an exit with no conflict. Of course, with my luck, I got about 5 seconds with that plan. In desperate times like this, you need to put aside your bloodlust and your want to pry every piece of loot off of somebody's corpse and cram it into your bag, and start begging. Begging to be spared.
Oh, calm down, buddy. Calm down. I have absolutely nothing you want. I just want to leave. Do I have a friend? Nope. I wish I did. I have absolutely nothing. I'm just trying to leave.
So good, friend.
Oh, thank you. This is...
Let's get a video check. It's all good.
I have no ammo either. I have literally nothing.
What do you need?
Medium ammo.
What type of...
Lucky for me, this guy was actually pretty nice, a true friend, giving me meds, ammo, and honestly, undying trust. Extraction was crazy because it was my first introduction to an ARC I'd never seen before. Let me just show you.
Right there. Coming our way. Just gonna turn that up. Push back. Did you get sniped?
I look northeast.
There's a robot on the clock tower. Yeah. 57. He's there, broken shield.
Oh, Yo, watch out, brother! Gate's open. Oh. Hey, come on in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of arachnids, and thank God this game gave them 4 legs instead of 6. Thank you, devs. But like, look at it. What was I gonna do? Like, how was I gonna help this guy? Anyway, like I said before, this last one was very, very upsetting. Kinda. Also, my friend is back for this one. Let me explain something. I feel like if you do something, you should get rewarded for it. So when I killed this guy, practically by myself, and even took damage for it, I feel like I deserved said loot. But not only did our teammates start looting the kill immediately, after I got shot in the head and my friend also got shot as well, he was still looting. I think we used the term bot in this clip, and I think it would be greatly disrespectful to the ARC bots in this game, because they are actually effective at getting their job done. This guy was not. Sorry for the outburst, but I swear this isn't normal.
Oh, okay. Enemy team, can you kill our teammate, please? He's beyond useless.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Oh
kill
my
that guy.
God.
Yeah, f him
Dude.
up.
Oh my, wait, he's a bot! He's a bot! He's actually
Yeah, take
a
his
bot!
loot. Take his loot.
I feel like justice was served in some odd comedic way, so with the best player in ARC Raiders finally downed, the server slam was over for me. If I'm gonna be honest, I love this game. And yeah, it has its moments where it kinda sucks, but all extraction games do. And it normally comes down to either being completely new or just setting your expectations too high on yourself. Remember, games are for fun, and there's a ton of fun in this one. Whether that be in PvP, PvE, or just convincing other players not to shoot you in the head. If another test were to happen before the game came out, I would be encouraging absolutely everybody to try the game out. But in a few days, on the 30th, the game is going to be fully released. So to everyone trying the game for the first time, or to the people ready and hyped to see all the content that they've been saving for us, I'll see you on the 30th. And to the people that hate these games, whether that be extraction games, PvP games, or just third person, that's completely fine. It's okay not to like a game, just let people that do enjoy it have their fun. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope to see you in the next one, and remember, stay hydrated.